What's good, Navy little babies? It's your boy Babies Bangs, and I'm here today. They said high energy. You want high energy? I'm gonna bring the fucking energy. What's up?
I love that.
Do you? Good. I'm glad. Great. Do you guys know who this guy is? You must.
Everybody knows who Shane fucking Dawson
Doesn't matter if this is the first time you're watching a YouTube video in the past 10 years, because he was doing it then too. We got Shane Dawson, obviously the co-host.
I have no idea when you guys are gonna see this, because obviously like this guy doesn't want to release stuff until a year later or whatever, but it is Friday the 13th right now, and I couldn't think of a better guest than the conspiracy guy. Like, well, you're so much more than that, but right now that's like your main thing that you're just blowing up on. Shane Dawson.
We're about to
What's
get
up?
creepy with Shane Dawson.
This is crazy. I'm very excited. I know you guys have questions. I have a lot of questions. Starting question, what? Like what, how your life, your world, your mansion, your...
So we're getting right into this.
Can we...
This might, by the way, guys, this might be a little bit different of an episode. We might be getting interviewed this whole episode. Because that's kind of what Shane does.
Shane's about to flip the script.
All right, so
okay.
shoot me with it.
So, okay, now, who are you in the Marvel universe of like nice YouTube douchebags? I use that in like a nice way. You said it earlier. You said we like to be douchey and show our stuff off, right?
Yeah.
Is there a different word for it?
No. Just keep going.
So like, okay, so there's you, right? So you're like the king of this mansion.
I'm not the king. I don't. See, the thing is, Shane. Listen.
You're such a liar. You are
No,
the
listen.
fucking...
You're the king, babe.
You are the king.
But
Come
do
on.
I act like a king? Do I want to be
Yes.
referred to as a king? No, I don't.
Yes.
Listen, guys. This is gonna sound so disingenuous, but I'm a very humble person. I'm a very good guy. Are you guys?
No, you are.
Come on. Listen. So what's the question? What's the fucking question?
Okay.
Where do I play in? What Marvel
think
character?
what Shane
I'm
is-
fucking Superman. Because I'm the fucking man.
Yes, that's
See,
what I
that's
wanted.
satire, guys. It's a joke. You know what I mean?
right.
No, listen. The Clout Gang stuff. I touched on this in the X video.
Right.
It's like it's almost like a fucking meme. It's a joke. You know.
Part
what I mean?
of the culture is like I want to be successful one day. I want to have a Lamborghini. I want to have like nice bags or nice shoes. And I feel like Clout Gang kind of represents like, this is cool. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And
Work
I came
hard.
out here with the idea to like collaborate and live in a house with other people who want to create stuff and build stuff and scale and just grow. And Rice was really the first person I met, Rice Gum. And you guys already know he's like a villain on YouTube. He's like the douchebag on YouTube, right? So we kind of like went with that. And like this is actually a little bit of a hint toward one of the future episodes. We're actually gonna be bringing on Brian Lee, not Rice Gum, and that's exactly how it's gonna be packaged and showed to you guys because I kind of want to show Rice.
Brian Lee is Rice Gum's real name.
Whoa.
I want to show who he really is, what we really are and stuff. I don't want people to get misconstrued.
People don't understand. Rice Gum is an online troll.
Yeah.
Like he's not the
Listen,
person.
save it for his episode. We gotta
Okay.
save it. We gotta. We
Well,
said too much.
I met him
already.
at Chipotle once.
He said that.
He
He actually
told
said
us.
that.
Yeah,
he said that.
told
He's
us
like,
about it.
he's like, oh, he probably wouldn't remember.
Oh no, I remembered it, but that's only because Lily Pons was there and she did a backflip, and I didn't ask her to. She just did.
She just did.
She was
That
excited.
sounds
I
like
don't.
Lele. Sounds like Lele.
Wait, okay. So you're here, right? So the reason I'm asking is I have a lot of questions. Okay, how do I go? Number one, rap music. Do you do it?
No, I do not.
Okay, but Jake Paul and is he in a different castle?
Here's the thing.
He
that
is
you
in
don't
the most
know.
different castle that you could
He
possibly be in.
did do a rap song, but he refuses to release it, and it's actually fucking good. Not like this YouTube
I did it
rap.
for the lulz.
Not this YouTube rap. He's actually done music. He'll never release it. And I don't know why.
I'm gonna
But
stay
it
in my
actually
lane.
is good.
I'm gonna stay in my lane. We'll let Rice and Jake and everybody do that shit.
But is their rap a joke? Like, is it
well,
supposed to
clearly.
be bad?
I mean, clearly.
Like Jake Paul likes teachers. Teachers are cunts.
My teachers never taught me that. How to deal with this or that. How to make my paper stack.
Whatever it's called.
It's all supposed to be, all this music from like Rice Gum and stuff is supposed to be entertainment. Like he's not trying to be like artistic or musically like on that level. It's supposed to be entertainment. Yeah, it's fun.
Satire. It's just a joke.
But is Jake supposed to be fun? Because I want to
Jake-
See, I don't know if Well, it's obviously,
okay.
it's pretty funny, obviously.
It's everyday, bro, with the Disney Channel flow.
But I don't know.
Here's the thing with Jake Paul's stuff, right? He put it out there, all right? And he thought it was the greatest thing ever. Once we all shit on it and was like, this is horrible, and we memed it, that's when he took a step back and said, oh, I just filmed this in a couple hours. I made the whole song in a couple hours. It's not supposed to be serious. But he was trying to be serious.
Really?
So he was called out on it, yeah.
So like, okay, the everyday bro thing. So they made that thinking like, this is good.
I think so.
I think that a little piece of them was like, yeah, maybe we could do it. I mean, Jake is an opportunist who has a really good understanding of the internet and how it works.
You guys don't like each other.
I hate Jake Paul with a burning passion.
And that's not just like a bit. Like,
No,
you
no,
don't
it's
think-
that's very
Okay,
real.
real,
That's a very
real
real thing.
quick, just to summarize it. Jake Paul used to date Alyssa Violet.
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. That's how Alyssa and I know each other because we're both from Ohio. We've been friends.
Are you done?
Alyssa Violet and Jake broke up because there was a lot of abuse and shit like that. Alyssa started,
Listen, we got to clarify that because it's a huge word. Verbal and just
verbal,
mental stuff.
okay.
Listen, I don't even necessarily want to fucking talk about
I just
that.
real quick, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
go through it really
Everybody,
quick.
especially
Alyssa and him are now like madly in love and they've been dating. So there has been Jake wants Alyssa back. All right, it's not gonna
that's
happen.
not.
That's real,
That's
though?
no.
Oh, it's just for
This is
period.
what Keem has developed in his head. That is
No,
not
this
real.
is reality. So what he has tried to do is he's tried to destroy banks. He came out with this crazy story where he was at a nightclub and he started choking, you know, Jake's assistant.
Meg was assaulted by a man last night who is in the same like community and space as us. We got it all, kids. Merch link in bio. This is the hottest merch we've made yet. Dab on them haters. Kids, the Jake Paulers are copping the merch, and you should too. Join the Jake Pauler family.
I mean, he literally like dragged me by
said-
my neck.
He came out and said this to the world in front of like 8 million people,
Listen,
right?
can I tell this little part of the story?
Sure.
So Jake had made that everyday bro thing, and then Alyssa and Rice collaborated and made Every Night Sis as a response. They all blew up. It was drama and it was whatever. And for the most part, the beef between Jake and Alyssa is very real. But for Rice, for everyone else, it was just fun YouTube beef, whatever. But then he sat down with the title "My Assistant Was Assaulted." Sat down and told 8 million people that I choked and like basically beat the fuck up his female assistant at a club and cheated on Alyssa all on the same night.
That was you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jake,
This is
saw,
what
like, a
blew,
clip
this
of
is
that.
what really
Jake
blew me.
legitimately tried to ruin this man's career.
We all know how powerful the Jake Paulers are, and so we can use that power for good.
Like, people like that need to be stopped.
All you can do is grow and get better every day, bro.
When this happened, Rice came into my room, and I don't even know if I really ever talked about this, so this is kind of like inside information. Rice came into my room and he said, dude, you gotta wake up. Me and Alyssa are asleep. He's like, dude, you gotta wake up. Jake just posted a video about you. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, what was it about? He's like, dude, it's bad. Like, he said you like hit his assistant last night, and he said you cheated on Alyssa, and he's saying this in front of Alyssa. And thank God, Alyssa is fucking the best. She sits up and she goes, yeah, like he's just doing this to fuck with you. Like, figure out what you need to do to respond to this. I know it's not true. So right off the get, she was like, she backed me. And then at that point, that's all I was really worried about. So I was like, all right, let's fucking go. I'm like, that's cool. Luckily for me, I know all the people who own the club, Warwick, the club in question. I was there with 20 people who were both mine and Alyssa's friends. And I just kind of broke it down, and my 30, 40-minute response video came out in the same day, just a few hours after his. My assistant was assaulted.
All of this does not add up. And he hit a girl in 20 minutes.
And this was the day he was supposed to hit 10 million subs. He went on the H3 podcast. I think he lost like 1 million subs from it.
Because it was
And like,
very,
like I came
it was
out.
very clear that they were lying. Me running Dromler, it's my job to know if this really happened or not, because this is a big story, right? I actually got in contact with the nightclub, and they said that they went through the security all night, and that this just did not happen. It did not happen. It was a manufactured thing. Jake went as far as claiming that he filed a police report, and then we found out that there was like no police. Were you ever contacted by the police about choking anyone? No, it was all manufactured to ruin his career.
And Meg Zelly, the girl who was in question, was fired like a month after all this happened.
Right.
And the video's never been taken down. I actually sat down with Jake and we decided.
You sat down with him after that?
I've sat down with
yeah,
him
because there was
multiple
a
times.
major potential
Off
lawsuit
camera.
with that shit.
We
right?
sat down to try to mediate things because I was like, dude, you fucked up. Like, I'm suing the fuck out of you for this. turns out we sat down. I mean, I didn't really lose much from it. I blew the fuck up from it, to be honest, and he lost from it because the internet's
lied.
The
You
internet's
can't do
really
that.
good at that stuff. We sat down and we came to the settlement of him coming out, apologizing and stuff, which obviously never fucking happened. Honestly, I don't necessarily want to talk too much about the Jake stuff. I want him to
But
be out
he
of my life.
admitted to you, like sitting down in that room, he admitted to you, like, oh, I made everything up because.
Well, what he basically did was put all the blame on his assistant.
Oh,
Said
like
his
she
assistant
said
said all
this
this stuff.
thing.
Yeah.
But it didn't mean much to me because I know that he heard this out of the corner of his fucking ear and like loved it. And like I know that he over-exaggerated it because he over-exaggerates everything. And he's like, we're friends. That's obviously no like secret.
Yeah.
And even though we're friends, like he has to do his fucking job. He called me and as a friend kind of gave me a heads up like, dude, I kind of have to like report on this shit and like what's going on? Like tell me this isn't true. And I'm like, dude, none of this shit's true. And you're like, dude, it's just me and you talking. Like what's going on? Like did you do this? Did you do that? And I'm telling him like, dude, it's not fucking
Because
true.
I have to know. I'm not gonna fucking ruin Drama Alert and put out a fake story. You know what I mean?
Erica, if you have security footage proving that this actually took place, I will leave YouTube forever.
It was my job to get to the bottom of it, and he was clearly innocent, and Jake clearly made all this shit up.
Listen, but all this stuff is old news. It's water on the bridge.
Yeah.
I really don't care. Like, Jake Paul is so old news to me. It's such like a distant like thing now, and it's
But
just
that's
like,
why I want to like. I tweeted something the other day because he reached out to me.
and it's because you're fucking popping.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But for me, it was more like, oh, I feel like somebody like him, in a similar way to Tana. I know her more. I don't know him at all.
Right.
I feel like somebody like him doesn't understand how severe it could get next time he does. Like, he's lucky that you guys are YouTubers and you're not going to sue. But like, if this happened in the real world, he could be thrown in prison
I know.
Right.
for faking something. So I feel like I want to see what he has to say, but it's interesting to me. It's like, do these kids not know how real this shit is?
They don't.
No, it was like
They're-
a real thing, man. Like we talked.
In my opinion, with Jake Paul, he's all around yes men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who the hell? Not even his own family can tell him, no, you're not doing this.
Well, even
you
they're
know?
using him for views.
Right, exactly.
Which is like, I
Exactly.
cried. I actually cried watching one of the mom making a video with Logan.
Why are you vlogging? I'm literally butt ass naked.
Okay, here.
No, what do you mean here? Stop vlogging. What do you even do? Why are you vlogging?
Cause it's fun.
And it made me cry because I was just like, I don't think they have anybody that's like, oh, hey, we love you as a
Jake had Nick
person.
Crumpton, but then he burned Nick Crumpton, and Crumpton left. So
Yeah.
I don't know all the ins and outs of their stuff.
I do,
I don't
but-
necessarily like talking about stuff. Without
How
I
do
do.
you guys keep from, like, how do you in your castle over here, how do you guys keep from letting that, does that stuff happen in your inner circle?
because there's
listen.
not a king. Like you made a joke that he's the king. He's not really the king. And in so many ways we're equal, and so many other people are equal. Like it's a lot of people working together, as opposed to the way Jake Paul's whole thing is built is he's the king and all these other people are grunts. you
Listen,
know?
for me, like it's been really, really important for me to like keep myself grounded through everything. And like, fortunately for me, I had a normal life. I worked shitty jobs. Like I came from absolutely nothing, and like I don't want to lose this shit. I really don't. I fucking love this stuff, and like I keep myself around a lot of people who tell me no. A lot of people who are like, you're fucking up. A lot of people who like love me and will protect me and will help me, but at the same time like protect me from myself, you know. And I don't get rid of those people. Like I welcome people like that, so long as they got their head on straight and they're. I try to find, at the end of the day, I try to find good people. It doesn't matter if you can necessarily gain from them. You obviously want to be around people who can help you and lift you up and push you in the right direction, but not necessarily like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's obviously it's all
You're a
about the
product
company
of
you
your.
keep.
You're a product of.
It's
your
important to keep
environment.
real
Yeah.
people in your life. Like it really is. It's so important.
What's your like normal, both of you, what is your normal day? Because that's something that I've never seen, like, you don't really vlog or anything, so I
No,
haven't seen that.
so for me, it's like pretty much just I wake up and I'm on Twitter, and you know, I don't leave Twitter. Like I stay on Twitter all day. I have to organize my Fortnite tournaments. I have to find out what's going on with the news and what's going on in the community. And it's just staying in contact with different YouTubers and creators throughout the day. Like every time you've DM'd me, how fast have I responded? Like almost
It's
instantly.
crazy, yeah.
Right? Because I am on Twitter 24/7 and I'm communicating all day with like 100 different people to run all my businesses and everything. So My day is pretty much talking to content creators all day, producing my show Drama Alert, and that's pretty much it for me.
Have you ever had a YouTuber try to pay you not to talk about something?
Oh yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Like
I
what?
get really angry and go off on them and say, no, I can't believe you even think I would do something like that. You know how disrespectful that is.
He
Like-
stays pretty fucking true to his craft. It's-
Because I've made so much money outside of YouTube, like
Yeah.
just with other stuff that I do, that it's like YouTube isn't like, if my YouTube failed, I'd still be successful
Yeah.
doing other things, you
Yeah.
know? So I know a lot of people like say, well, it's not about money, but it really isn't about money, you know, in my situation, so.
What is your stance with YouTube as a company? Are they like, how do they treat you? Are you guys on good terms? Do they?
So for me, I kind of like to I hate relying on things that I have absolutely no control over, and it seems to be like a pretty reoccurring thing that we have absolutely no control over YouTube. We have no control over what, and that actually, it's interesting because we're working on some crazy shit, and it's aiming to solve that problem. It's fucking wild, man, right?
Yeah, we absolutely love YouTube. I mean, just like you do. But with the adpocalypse and everything that's happened, obviously there's people out there that are making very child-friendly content that are making a killing, and everybody in this that makes content for teenagers and older, we're all universally getting fucked.
It sucks that that's how it's going, man.
But that's just it's
that's
the way
why
it is.
YouTube.
But
I feel like YouTube's turning more commercial, and and that's what we all fucking loved about the internet. I
In the
love
first
YouTube.
place,
if
right.
YouTube didn't exist, FaZe Banks would not fucking exist. I
Yeah.
love it to death. It will always be a huge part of my life, and I'll always have a huge amount of respect and just nostalgia for fucking YouTube. I spend. You asked what we do every day, I spend most of my day with my girlfriend, my 2 dogs, and watching YouTube videos, and just on Twitter and on the phone, just on the internet, doing what I did to get here is what I do every day. Just
I don't
plus
mind
listen to my
making
dogs.
less money for making edgy content. I don't mind that at all. What I mind is that my videos are not being promoted because they're making less money. Like a child-friendly video, right? It's making good money, right? So YouTube promotes it to make even more money, and that's what bothers me. Make it equal so I can have the same amount of views as everyone else, but just make less money, and I'm happy. You know?
Go ahead.
It's not even, I get so mad about this because, so when Adpocalypse hit, yes, I felt it, obviously, but the ironic part is I didn't know people were making that much money on YouTube because I never have. I've never got good ads my entire YouTube career, my whole, forever, because I was told, oh, you're doing too edgy stuff, whatever. So I was like, all right, well, I'm fine with that. Not knowing that other YouTubers who did just as edgy type of shit were in these premium categories and getting $10 per 1,000 views, whatever. I've always got fucking nothing. So when the Adpocalypse hit, yeah, it was worse. But when I saw everybody else freaking out and I was talking to people, I'm like, wait, you guys were making that before? What the fuck? And it still.
I kind of forgot that we were on this show, but I think we can help you out. After the show, we'll talk about.
Listen,
some different
Shane,
options.
it's crazy.
I actually think we can.
That breaks my heart. You've been doing YouTube for how long? 12 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so
dude.
everyone knows about the TanaCon series that Shane Dawson did. If you didn't, you have to go watch it now.
Fuck VidCon! Fuck anyone who created VidCon!
We're never getting in.
She needs to give everybody their money.
Yeah!
I don't want this to make Tana look like the worst person ever, but I also don't want to be too easy on her. I don't know.
Why would I throw an event to scam someone? How the fuck would that make sense?
There's no way that 5,000 people could fit there. Right. There's no way.
When you came out with the TanaCon documentary, I felt like there's a new leader in YouTube. You pushed the bar. Casey Neistat a couple years ago, he pushed the bar so far that he was really the leader for us. And I think that happened with your TanaCon series, that it really spoke to the whole community and it was done so well. What really bothers me is that being in a position like that, like Casey Neistat, you would feel like he would have the top ads.
Dude, before you came here, we automatically assumed, if somebody at YouTube's watching this, and just for real quick for everyone at home watching, if for some reason you don't know who Shane is, He'll be in the description. You got to check him out. He's one of my favorites right now. And I'm not just saying that because you're sitting next to me. His content's fucking amazing. And before he came on, we talked about the ad thing and stuff. And like, we just automatically assumed you were killing it. You're a fucking veteran. That's what I was gonna say. If somebody at YouTube's watching this, like, this is the problem. Like, that is the problem.
Who is still relevant from your class of YouTube, right? Because you started like Philly D and maybe iJustine, but who else? That's really it.
Most of the ones that are still around, kind of like teamed up with companies. Like I know Smosh, they sold to, you know, Defy.
Yeah, there is hope for this world.
It's boring for you guys, but they sold to like a company. Independent people, I don't know.
It might be you and Philly D, right? Like that's it.
It's crazy, man.
Because in my generation, there's a couple people left, but in your generation, there's like no one. Yeah. And what's crazy is that not only
I thought I was an OG. I actually thought I was a fucking
Not only are you like the last of, well, one of the last of your kind, but you're more popular now than you've ever been.
Which is cool. How do you feel about
You just
that?
are.
Seriously.
Like that's a fact. Like it's not really, it is a compliment, but it's just a fact. And like, what does that feel like?
My whole career I haven't been able to enjoy anything because every time something good happens, something bad happens, right? So like the last time, like I put a book out, something bad happens, that now I'm racist. I put a video out, now I'm a pedophile. I put a thing out. Like every time something good happens, I'm waiting for the bad thing.
That's the internet, man.
So I'm just waiting.
That happened to me my whole
I was actually
career,
gonna bring that up, like the TanaCon thing. Like, it's probably a good segue into that whole thing. You obviously did the videos and stuff, and I watched them, and I thought they were fucking great. Like me and him were talking about it. We were on the edge of our seat waiting for the fucking next one to come out. Like, when's the next one coming out? It was just really well put together, whatever. But you got some feedback on that too, some negative feedback. Like, Shane Dawson's the only one making money off this stuff.
Can I speak about that real quick? When you have something that is that big, there has to be some type of criticism, right? It's not that that criticism is deserved. It's that it's just so fucking big that someone has to criticize it.
Like whether or not it has merit to it, someone's gonna take the opposite stance just because it's so popular.
You can't have something that big that everyone loves. It is just literally impossible.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what happened with the whole TanaCon thing.
The only reason I even filmed that series was because I was trying to edit something else and I couldn't like focus because I was so upset about what had happened. What happened? And then
what had happened was
I met these two kids and I was talking to them and I'm like, I should film this. Like I should show Tana this because I don't think she gets it. So I take out my phone, I'm filming them and I'm like, wait, fuck this. Let's actually film this. And then that whole next 12 hours, it just, without planning, it all happened. I interviewed Tana, I interviewed the guy, I called him, I did this. Like it all happened real time. And then I'm like, let's just post this so that people, whatever. But then I'm like, no, I need answers. So then, I mean, I'm on the phone with Marriott, I'm on the phone with fire marshals, I'm on the phone all week trying to get all these specific facts that I knew people wanted. Contracts, things I probably shouldn't have posted. And I got it all, and when I put it up, I was like, well, there's the answers, we're gonna figure it out. But I started it saying, she's a friend of mine.
Right.
And this is impossible for me to like, she's a friend. So
no, you
this
did, you were
weird,
super
right?
transparent.
And everybody's like, you fucking were her friend, you were hard enough on her, you were whatever. I'm like, I told you, I'm not the FBI. And also people are, somebody else would have done this better. I'm like, Michael and Tana wouldn't have done it. They did it because it's me and because they trust me. Like, why would
It's the same thing with him. If he would have fucked up like Tana, I would have handled it probably the same way. And he would be grateful for it, just like Tana's grateful for you. But in reality, you exposed that they fucked up.
So that clip that I used in the video where they're talking about capacity and like, she's laughing, saying, I want people to be burning outside.
I have it set at 5,200 right now.
I love that for us.
So I feel like 5,200 is a good number.
It would be really, really cool too to have people like outside waiting to get in. Like people love to be oppressed outside.
Yes.
They're just like, I waited in the rain. Like they love that shit. I love that shit.
Michael sent me that and he said, I have this clip and I'm afraid like if this could put us in jail. Like what do I do with this? And I was like, well, it's gonna get leaked. So let me put it in the documentary and let me explain it a little bit. And I did. And the thing about that is that made them both look equally bad. So in my head, I'm like, they both look awful here. So when people are like, you were easy on her, I'm like, I put in a clip that literally shows her being like, let people burn outside. I'm like, it doesn't get worse than that.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
And that's just Tana too, because I know Tana a little bit as well. And it's like, I don't think she was like malicious about it. I don't think she really meant that.
Her idea is like, this is gonna be so cool, like Supreme, where people line out for Supreme.
Tana's
Her
a young
idea is
girl.
that, but
you got to the bottom of it at the base of what this really all was two young kids who really got way in over their head. It's just that simple.
I had dinner,
And speaking about that, right now, FouseyTube. Have you seen it? Do you know about
Wait,
this?
before we get into this, can I just ask what the update is on the TanaCon thing? Like, if you have any updates, some juicy shit
I
for the
don't
show?
know. I think they're fine with me saying this. I've been in contact with Michael and Tana every single day, bro. The whole time. Like, voice memos, like crying voice memos from both of them, like the whole thing, right? Because I'm trying to not get them both sued and ruin their lives. Because I think they can figure this out. So I got the refunds, that's happening, all that's been happening. Oh my God!
You fucked me up!
What happened?
I was waiting to get into TanaCon, and I got trampled, and I got so much sunburn.
Your face.
Dude, look at his face.
And I didn't even say it was TanaCon. I said it was ShaneCon because number one, I wanted to see you, and number two, my mom wouldn't let me go because Tana talks about her vagina too much.
I know, she does.
And this guy stole my money. Baby boss.
I know. I'm working on it, okay? I'm gonna fix this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Villanakis.
Wait, what's going on? What are you
We
doing
have
here?
somebody interrupt the show every
That's
show.
part of our show.
Are you filming something here, or what's happening?
No, this is just part
This
of the show.
is my homie. We had him just come in to interrupt the show for this bit.
Oh my God. Hi. How are you?
Have you guys met?
Yeah, he came
I was
on
on
the
his
podcast.
Oh,
That
no
was
shit.
fun.
Oh, that was a journey.
I fucking
Wait,
love
where's
it.
your, do you still have your sex
The
doll?
baby boss.
I know, that was
What
perfect.
the fuck?
I just
You should have
thought
got him
of
on a Segway.
it. Does that look like him? Funny?
It's flattering. It's a
Oh
good picture.
my God, no way this is happening.
What?
Just go, continue.
Breaking news?
Sorry. No, it's not that. It's something better.
Wait, so you actually came in at like a fucking very crucial point. What do you say? Can you continue with what is the latest? You went to dinner with.
I got a room at a restaurant, and I was like, I'm gonna sit with Tana and Michael and figure this out because they hadn't talked, and and we didn't film it or anything, but it was insane. Like Tana was screaming at him, and he's like crying, and then she's crying, and like allegations are being thrown around about crazy stuff. This was like 2 days ago.
Oh my God.
And then I was just like,
Real quick, if you guys could just jump in the picture.
wait, what is this?
That's just it.
Wait, Nick Crompton!
No, damn it, he saw it.
I'm more excited to see you.
He's here.
Wait, why
Nick
is Nick
Crompton
Crompton
fan?
here?
He's here. Yeah.
He's
Here
at
in the
office?
building?
Yeah, he's coming.
No shit.
Yeah. He pulled it off.
Wait,
That's
no,
just-
listen. This is the fucking juice. Let him talk.
Wait,
We
the
didn't-
juice.
So
Oh,
they're yelling at each other.
Oh yeah. They're
Fuck.
yelling at each other. The whole thing's going. It was insane. The waiter came. The waiter left. Like we're about to get kicked out of the restaurant. But I figured it out. I calmed them both down. I think it's gonna be fine. They just both need to figure it out. Kids are getting refunds, but like, they just need. They don't understand that it just needs to go away. Get the kids refunds. Figure out what you legally
Why does
did
it-
wrong, and then
What I don't understand is, okay, let's say there's $300,000 in limbo, right?
no. So Veeps, because of the docuseries and because of all that bullshit, they now have given all the kids refunds.
Oh, the money's
Oh,
out.
so the money's out. Okay.
Oh.
I didn't know that. That's great.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
that's
awesome.
good.
I didn't know. I thought there was still this 90-day hold.
Is there anything? And now see, maybe I'm pushing the envelope a little bit, but is there anything that's gonna happen where they kind of get compensated for the time and the fucking flights?
That's
and
what I was trying to
the
figure out.
sunburn and stuff.
I was trying to figure that out with him. He still owes money.
Because I feel like at that point, at that stage, it's definitely not just like it's not.
What I
a
want
wash
to
at
do,
that.
because I just love just to do shit, just to do it right. I want to do TanaCon 2 and literally like just have a fucking tent, and invite everyone to a tent and have like just me and a Tana in the tent and just a giant fucking line for hours. So many people would come, dude.
I wanted
including
Tana and Michael
me.
to box, and people got mad at me. And we were gonna do it because I was like, that would be so funny and give money to charity, do the whole thing, and people and
That
do it
would
on the
be
same
fucking
day as
awesome.
Logan, on the same
That's
day.
fucking
as like a
genius.
joke. But people were so mad.
To
at me. You're
compete-
joking. I'm like, nobody died at TanaCon.
Yeah.
It's not like
Guys?
I'm joking about 9/11 or.
One
I'm
girl
joking
got
about
pulled
TanaCon.
out in an ambulance, but you know,
She's okay.
she's all right.
Guys, I hate to cut everybody off, but I have to take a piss. We'll be back in just a second.
I'm the king of the game like King James. Laying claim to the skinny and the thick dames.
All right, so it wouldn't be a mom's
God damn it,
basement.
let me fucking have it. You talk too much, mother.
Somebody count the fucking words I've said this episode versus the words he said this episode and tell me up to this point, not these words that I'm saying now included, who has talked more. I'll wait.
You.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you. You've talked
Who's
way
talked
more.
Who's talked more this episode? Quick.
I'm not talking enough.
Facts,
Exactly.
Which is exactly why we need to get into the interview with Shane.
Shane
We need
Dawson.
to start. This has been an interview of us. You've been
That's
interviewing
more
us.
interesting.
No.
Yeah.
Shane, you have been, like I said earlier, and let me say it again, like you have been a popular YouTuber really your whole career. How do you feel like that's happened? Like what have you done different than, your peers that have kept you in the game so long and kept you like relevant, that term's horrible, but you know what I mean.
I think because I change every year what I'm doing to make it more interesting every year, and I also never have really made money. So, like, I think a lot of YouTubers, like, they do a thing, they make a bunch of money, and then they buy a big house, and they do all these things, and then they get too comfortable, and then people stop watching them because they don't want to evolve. Because, like, why? I have $1 million bajillion, right?
Right.
I've never had, like, fuck you money. So for me, it's always like, oh, I got to evolve and change it up so people keep watching because, like, I got to pay my mortgage. It's like this,
that's
like
weird
a,
because
what I mean?
everyone thinks like the perception is that you do have fuck you money.
No.
I
Oh
would
my
imagine
God.
you have like fucking fuck you.
I thought it was at least worth 20 mil.
Like,
What?
I really
What?
thought that.
easily.
Great.
Did you think
Okay.
that?
I thought you were.
What?
I didn't think you had
$20 million?
Yes.
10 million?
No.
Let's not do that because that's horrible.
Yeah,
I
no,
hate
no,
asking
no,
about
yeah,
how
yeah,
much. Because when people do it to me, I'm like, shut the fuck. You know what I mean?
No, I'm like kind of open about that because for me, like my overhead has always been high, right? Like
Right.
even back in the day, my overhead was $100,000 when I was doing like short films and sketches and shit. And I had a producer, I had, my mom's mortgage, my brother, like all these people. So I would make what I'd spend.
Yeah.
A bad business move. And I did that for years. And I never like so for example, I created Maker with like 2 other people, 3 other people.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, what
Where's
the fuck?
that? That's like fuck you, fuck you,
Well,
fuck you.
Maker
fuck
sold
you.
for 500 mil, right?
Yeah. So I had a falling out with the people when we were all, in the room trying to make this thing happen. Something happened. I didn't like it. I didn't like where their heads were at. There was weird shit going on, and I was just like, I'm gonna go, but in a nice way. I'm gonna go. And then they were really mean, and I was like, well, fuck you, and keep your equity. And I left, and then.
Oh, yikers.
Oh man.
But that's happened to me.
Really, you didn't make anything from that?
Yeah, I would have made like $80 million.
Oh my god.
But then I would have got so fat and lazy and not made videos and probably been dead. Definitely been
No,
dead.
I don't think so.
Definitely dead.
I don't think so because for you, I mean, you can tell if you're watching a YouTuber if they're doing stuff for money or if they're doing it because they love it. And for me, I feel like one of the reasons why you've always maintained your relevancy and had cutting edge like content is because you fucking love it. Like you truly love it. That's something you can figure out just by watching the content. And I think that's the main thing. So I don't think that's what would have happened. I feel like you would have got a bunch of money and you would have fucking done much bigger things.
I don't think I was ready though. Like I think right now in my life, it's like this weird, I'm turning 30 next week. I'm in this weird transitional phase. I'm like mad about everything. Brands, I had 4 brand deals fall through in a week. I had like, just everything bad has been kind of going down.
How do you feel about that?
Oh my God.
The 30
I mean, just like, 30? Oh, I'm okay with that. Cause like, I can't believe I'm alive. I always thought I'd be dead by now. 100%. So I'm happy about that.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like for me right now, I'm like, like now I'm making stuff that I 100% could show a family member or a friend and be like, I love this. It's before like Shanae and all that stuff. I thought it was funny, but I would feel nervous about showing it to people.
Dude, Shanae was the greatest thing. Dude, none of you people watch this. Like, you're too young. You don't understand. You don't get it. Maybe a few actually
Can we roll
click.
some Shanae clips?
Shanae,
No,
roll it.
no.
Roll
it.
It is very nice to meet all y'all motherfuckers and hoes. The fuck you looking at? I mean, if I shove any more coat hangers up there, I'm gonna look like JCPenney's on Black Friday. You know what I'm saying?
You'll get no ads.
That was Shanae. Fuck the ads, dude.
Shanae is the best.
Shanae
Dude,
is
can
the
we bring Shanae back? Can we?
No.
Okay, just please everybody harass Shane on Twitter and
Don't do
all
that.
social
Please,
medias and
please
beg
don't
for
do
Shanae.
Please
like,
don't do that. Please don't do that.
Dude, Shanae was like,
That's
seriously,
all he was talking about.
Shanae
All
was
day.
Whoa Vicky before there was a Whoa Vicky.
Okay, what is that?
Whoa, Vicky, bitch. Whoa, Vicky. Whoa, Vicky, bitch.
Because I saw that on my Twitter, like whoa Vicky, and I thought it was like is it a person?
Okay,
the little girl, the Tay, is that a
little
person?
Tay. Okay.
Bad Baby though is an icon.
Yeah.
Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
I agree.
These hoes be fake flossing. Fake ass jewelry got a neck rash.
By the way, Bad Baby was
I agree.
Bad Baby was gonna be the musical act on this show.
I would have literally.
She was, but she's on tour over in Europe right now.
She was gonna come on and do it.
I saw her at a CVS and I started crying.
Dude, I saw her at CVS too. The one on Cahuenga.
That's the only place she
Why
goes.
is she always at
Dude,
a
I
CVS?
fucking saw her there twice. The big CVS where like people like some sketchy people walk through. It's the one right next to the subway.
Yeah.
And there's a
I
fucking,
saw her in a CVS in Vegas.
Oh, what the fuck?
She just loves her CVS.
Damn,
wild.
CVS, you need to give her
She
a
was
brand
so
deal.
fucking rude to me, and it was awesome.
Wait, see, that's why I didn't go up to her. I was afraid.
Oh, dude, she would have ripped you open. She was fucking.
Because she doesn't know who. I think she doesn't control her Twitter, right? It's like her
Right.
manager.
I try to make small talk. You know how like when a fan will come up, they'll make small talk. Some big fucking tattooed white dude's like, all right, dude, take the fucking picture.
that's
Said
her
it just like
bouncer.
that. He said, all right, take the fucking picture. I was like, oh my god. I was like,
What,
all right,
did
dude.
she know who you
It
were?
was an experience though. No, I don't think so. No.
See, that's so interesting because she probably acts like she does, right? Like on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, no. She's mentioned the clout game.
Wait, so you're thinking that's not her? Because
Well,
I
she
talk
was
to her all the
DMing
time on
me.
Twitter.
She was DMing me, and then I got an email from her manager being like, "We were talking on Twitter," and I'm like, "No, we weren't." In DMs, and I'm like,
probably
"That
Yo,
wasn't
Bad Baby,
you?"
I talk to you in DMs all the time. If that's your
Don't
manager,
admit-
I think it's part of her persona too to say, like, oh, who's that? I don't know.
No, because her Twitter.
dude, you want to rap about fake ass hoes, Bad Baby. You want to rap about it.
Sure,
Talk
Twitter
about-
though seems like an older guy pretending to, like, you know what I mean? Like the crazy tweets. It feels not real.
That's so weird.
That could be the next video.
Conspiracy.
Cracking the conspiracy of all these Lil Tays and all that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that shit's so fake. But I do think that she's talented, Bad Baby.
Yeah,
I fucking love her.
definitely.
She knows what the fuck she's doing.
I love her music.
White J's, white Porsche, white wrist, white horse, high bitch, high bitch.
I actually do.
Yeah.
Do you?
No. No.
I like the bye bitch.
She has a bob. Yeah.
I like
yeah.
that one.
It's high bitch, but okay.
Or
Hi,
bye-
bitch.
hi
Yeah.
fan.
You fucked me up.
I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan. I'm not a fan, but I've heard a couple
Dude, the music
albums.
video where she's on the white horse and shit, like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty fucking tight. Let's not
She's an
lie.
icon.
Yeah.
Is Little Tay okay?
So here's the thing with Little Tay. Her brother is a huge fan of Rice Gum. He tried to make it big. He tried to do a bunch of scandals to get on my show for Dromler. He did a bunch of fake publicity stunts. Never worked.
Keemstar's
Always.
not afraid of anything, dude. You're just right, like to the.
I don't give a
I
fuck.
know,
Dude, I like
dude.
when people are real. I
I know,
cannot.
I know.
Dude, if you want to be fake in your videos, that's fine. But like on a real level, if you're trying to like say something out publicly, like don't con people, don't scam people.
No.
Anyhow, her brother is this con man. He always wanted to make it big. He's in love with Rice Gum, wanted to be Rice Gum. It wasn't working. So what he did is he got his little sister to say a bunch of swear words and say that she's flexing and all this stuff. So Little Tay was created by the older brother. She's just an innocent little girl being told to swear and say all this stuff. She doesn't understand what she's saying. So when this was popping off, there were some YouTuber friends of mine that were like, yo, I'm gonna go do a collaboration with Little Tay. I'm like, don't, dude. You're literally like, this is like child abuse. Don't do that. Or I warned him, I'm like, I'm gonna have to put you on blast on my show because I'm not condoning this. I'm a parent, you know, I got a young daughter. Like, I
Dude,
just, no.
It fucking pisses me off too when like her brother and her mom and people like in her corner like try to like play it off like, oh dude, she loves doing this. Like,
Yeah.
A lot of people are gonna say this and that. We just keep going.
She has a passion and a dream.
She doesn't fucking even know what
She
she's
should be
9
playing with
years
Barbies
old,
and
dude.
stuff like that. She
People
should be
are-
a little girl, not being this like target of the internet.
When you watch her in collabs, because I've seen a couple, there's so many cuts, and you can tell it's because somebody's like she did a video with Jake Paul, and like every time he asked her a question, it would cut.
Do you have beef with Rice Gum?
He's talking about a 9-year-old. I don't know who would do that. Like, he's coming out on a 9-year-old. So, like, he's pretty stupid because he's just irrelevant. He's trying to get close. So he made a video on me.
And they sign NDAs, and you have to sign.
They sign
NDAs
Yeah.
to make sure like you can't fucking.
And
let
I
them know
exposed
stuff.
on my show a video of her brother saying, "No, you're fucking doing it wrong," like yelling at her.
This shit cost me 2,000. This shit cost me 10,000. And
I
this.
said stop saying 10,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,500.
Like
Have you
it's
seen that?
it's
Yeah, who
like
leaked
child
that?
abuse.
I think
we got a hold of it and then we leaked it.
I think a dude who just probably edited the video or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the people that they're originally working with. The brother screwed them over. contacted me, got me the footage. We all leaked it, me and DJ Academics. Yeah.
She's gone though, right? Like that's over.
Well, they're trying to.
Well, the jig is up for sure.
They're
but, like,
trying
to
to do some weird publicity.
But how the
stuff
fuck
where
do you
they're
even
like,
make money
her
on that
stuff's
shit,
black.
dude?
You can't.
Like, if you're not making music or like, I guess selling like merchandise or whatever, like, who's gonna? The whole idea for all these dudes and these girls who like start doing stuff on the internet, start popping up, brand deals. What kind of fucking brand puts their money in front of that? And we're like, that's the thing. Like we're supposed to be like edgy bad content, but that's like really bad shit. Like it's.
Well, it's so weird because like you remember this. Like if you did like this flexing or you did this weird stuff, like you were universally hated. Yeah. We're in a weird spot now where that's like celebrated. Yeah.
Dude, it's the same story always.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm
to
assuming
the culture.
and you don't have to lie to me. You haven't watched a whole lot of my stuff, have you?
I actually have seen. So Morgan, who lives with me now, my boyfriend's sister, she loves Alyssa.
Okay.
She got, the first Alyssa video I saw was because of her.
Yeah.
And then we watched one of your and Alyssa's videos, and I knew who you were.
Okay.
So yeah, I've seen like a few of your vlogs.
Most people will say to me like at first glance, you kind of seem like a douchebag. My Twitter picture is like me fanning out the money and stuff. That's because my name's Banks.
I see through that though. People who are like that on YouTube are actually the opposite in person. They're very nice. People on YouTube who are really nice and really whatever are fucking assholes.
That's what we've been saying!
Bro, that is.
And I'm somewhere in the middle.
Dude, that is so YouTube in a fucking nutshell. It really is.
Yes.
It's the family-friendly people who like, hey, and everything's all fucking
The guy
glitz
that you
and
think
glamour.
is rude, the guy that you think's being a jerk is the guy who's being real. The guy who's over the top nice is the fucking pedophiles
Whoa!
and the fucking rapists.
Whoa!
For real.
Whoa.
Have you not watched my show? Dude, they're all over the Minecraft community. Kid, hide your kids, hide your wife.
No,
like, they're the real villains of the fucking internet, the super nice guys. It's true.
It is true.
Remember the toy channel, the girl's hands? She turned out to be a porn star?
Yes.
And then you could watch her porn and it's like the same voice.
Today we're gonna open this beautiful Play-Doh set.
It's
Dude,
crazy. That's
you know
crazy.
what's weird about her? At one point, I don't know if it's still true, she was making more money than anyone on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it was like a ridiculous number.
It's funny how it works because the content we make, like being a douchebag doesn't cater to like YouTube's algorithms and ads and stuff and you get demonetized. So in a weird way, like do we really care about the money at the end of the day? And it's the people who like play with toys and like are so like off-brand from who they really are as people who get these like crazy $20 CPMs and shit. It's like, obviously that's the person who's like super hyper focused on ads and algorithms and like, I don't know, man, it's fucking funny.
You're seeing all of them though, like all the brand friendly YouTubers right now, they're all having this shift of like, and not to say it has anything to do with me, but I put up this series on my channel about like kind of exposing a YouTuber who's lying to her audience and being more real and stuff. And like a lot of these other YouTubers started making like videos like The Real Me or I've Been Lying and like you see it happen. Like,
Dude, you made a series in 2017 or a video, but instantly Jake Paul was trying to rip you off. Do you remember this?
Yeah, he's done that a few times, yeah.
He's done that a few times. How do you feel about that? Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Shane. I like binge watched a shit ton of your videos and I got a lot of inspiration. Not that
I'm doing a documentary right
Dude,
now that is literally based off of Tana. Like,
I really, and I'm gonna
same.
ask for your blessing because now you're here and whatever. I really, really, really want to do a fat suit video with Alyssa. She's like a beautiful girl, and I want to see how people react.
The
to
only
it.
thing I'd say is be prepared. It is one of the worst experiences. It like physically, it sucks. So get ready.
Well, I'm not gonna wear it. She is.
Oh, she's gonna last 2 minutes.
She probably will. She's like the biggest like.
Oh, it
baby.
sucks. It hurts.
But I saw that. I'm like, oh my god, this is.
No, but if I could get back to my point, where is the line of like inspiration and then like just you're stealing my shit, dude? Stop. Like where is?
I mean, dude, you're getting like fucking 20 million views a video now. You can't expect that not every single person on the fucking internet.
Because
is
for
gonna
me,
try to take
I
a
saw
piece
the
of that.
TanaCon documentary and I loved it so much that I'm just like, this is what I need to do.
Now you're doing a fucking Fousey tube thing.
Exactly. Am I stealing it? Like, am I stealing your idea? Am I stealing your, or am I, like, where is the line? Because
No.
Jake was, like, legitimately, like, stealing your shit.
That bothered me a little bit just because at the time I wasn't getting as many views and I also was being like not getting ads and I knew he was and I was like, oh,
And the thought of like your idea making more money for someone else.
Oh yeah, I was like,
bothers you.
damn, this kid probably made like 10 times what I made on that video
What was the video?
It was like, confronting my former girlfriend or something.
Yes.
But he did the same thumbnail, the same, like the way the video was formatted, everything about it. And he didn't say in the video, like, oh, I watched it. I didn't care, but I was like, oh no, like he probably made so much money on that. And I didn't.
Would it have been completely different?
And by the way, I would, if we were to do some like fancy video like that, I would 100% say I found
I don't
it.
care.
No, but I
Shane,
do
would
that.
it have been different if he would have said at the beginning of the video, like, I saw Shane do this and I was really inspired and I kind of wanted to do my own thing? Would that have made all the difference in the world?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would have been really cool. But I also like, I genuinely don't care because like, I've been doing this for so long, and that would be so hypocritical for me to be like, oh, fucking, you can't do a documentary. I didn't create documentaries. I didn't create like fat suits like Eddie Murphy did, and you know, I didn't give him credit.
Eddie Murphy did.
It's Fatzilla! Boy, he look like King Kong with titties.
What the fuck?
Is he serious?
I saw him waiting for it.
I knew he was just sitting there the whole time. Did you tell him to do that?
No, of
You
course
son
I
of a
didn't. I got
bitch.
fucking wet. I swear to God I didn't tell him.
That was just his idea. Andy just, you know, Andy squirts.
Andy, this would be the last time you're invited on the show.
Yo, can you go find Nick Crumpton?
Yeah.
He's in the lobby.
All right. Oh, in the lobby downstairs?
Yeah.
How am I gonna get back up?
I got a card for you.
Okay.
A special card. Here. This is the black card.
Okay. Wow. BBC.
BBC.
All right.
Card.
I wish I had a suit on and I could like be really professional with him.
Oh, okay.
We just said Andy Milonakis on a.
Excuse me, Mr. Crompton. Keemstar's ready to see you.
Wait. Come back. He said he's gonna be a minute. Do we have a moving camera?
The whole floor.
Okay, I got an idea. Nick Crumpton is on level 5 in a meeting. Let's go fuck with him.
I can't fucking do that.
We have a camera. Why? It'll be funny.
You guys, all right, let's fucking.
You don't want to go?
Let's go.
Yeah. This is like a confrontation.
Yes.
No, we like Crumpton.
I love Nick Crumpton.
Yeah.
I want to suck his dick.
I know, me too.
I love you, Andy.
Wait, so he doesn't like Jake Paul?
No.
Who knows, dude?
Does he like Tessa Brooks?
Yes.
That's all I care about.
That's all I care about.
Him and Tessa are like best
Are
friends.
you a fan of Tessa, Shane?
I love Tessa Brooks.
We need a card to get into this area, though.
Dude, free M&Ms.
Can one of you guys buzz us in real quick? Oh, you don't.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I knew that was gonna happen.
She was nice.
She was nice.
What is
Yeah.
Nick's job?
Okay, let me explain this to you.
He's
So,
rich.
Jake Paul lost his mind. Most of his best friend left him, which was from high school. Nick Crumpton left him. A lot of main people left him. He's been only about the money and not really about like why they started to do this. Like for everyone, it's been about himself and trying to become a social media billionaire. So now Nick Crumpton is out on his own, trying to do his own thing.
Nick Crumpton on his own is a good name for a TV show.
So Jake was in his video where he's like, oh, everybody's leaving because they don't like the direction or like the vision I have for my channel. And now his channel's like weird, like scripted, like, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like trying to make little movies, but it's all fake.
Nick Crumpton was trying to do Team 10, which was like about a bunch of individuals like that are focused on their own careers, but also like are in a group. Jake Paul created an atmosphere where it was about him and only him and then his goons. And so Nick Crumpton didn't like that atmosphere and wanted out.
Man, I know the rap battle shit is dead, but I really wish as soon as Nick Crumpton hated Jake Paul, he made like a really fire diss track.
That would have been
like
amazing.
a solo diss track. That would have been so sick.
But by the way, dude, we kind of lost track that the fact that this is Friday the 13th and
something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah. Do you have any scary stories? I'm scared already.
Why aren't you wearing your sheet?
Man.
Put on your sheet.
Dude,
I thought I was gonna be
this
able
dude
to.
thinks he's so cool.
No, I fucking
He thinks
don't.
he's better than us.
Wow.
Guys, this is
Too cool for the sheet?
No, I'm not too cool for the sheet.
It's a slumber party
I
vibe.
figured it would like steal from your. You're killing it.
Do we have one for Nick?
Nick will be here.
He'll fit under mine, it's fine. We'll do it together. Before I get into a scary story, I need to know, is this a personal story? Is this a story like that I've heard? Is this a fake story?
It can be anything, just scare us.
Wing it.
It's Friday the 13th.
I love that you have like the scrunchy sheet that's on like supposed to be on like
fitted sheet.
It's like the fitted sheet.
But I'm making it work.
No, it works. You got the best flashlight though.
Thank you. Yours doesn't even work.
It doesn't. It does.
Oh, that's pathetic.
Dude, what the fuck? We all have these stupid sheets on. You wouldn't wear it because you're too cool. And now look at how he's wearing it. It's like cool the way he has it like that.
I couldn't even fucking see how it looked.
Dude,
listen,
he's seriously
tell the story.
trying to flex the sheet.
Tell the story before I have to tell a story about me killing 2 fellow YouTubers. Let's get on.
I like that story better. Okay. Well, this isn't really like a scary ghosty story. I have those, but I'm not afraid of ghosts. So there's a ghost in my house right now. When I was a kid, I had a demon scratch my back. My mom told me it was an angel because she's religious. So there's those. But I do have this moment that was really scary for me, and I've never really talked about it, but I was 13 years old, and I was coming home from school, and you know, my mom wasn't home, nobody was home. We lived in an okay neighborhood, and so I went to unlock the door. And when I went to put the key in the door just pushed open. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I forgot to lock it. Okay, don't worry, Shane, it's fine. So I just push it open, and then I walk in and I do the whole like, hello? Nobody said anything, so I'm like, okay, I'm fine. But then I wanted to check around. So I'm kind of like checking around my house. You know when you're looking around for like a monster or a something, you know there's nothing there, but you're still a little nervous?
Right.
Yes.
So I had that. And then I went to my bedroom and I'm like looking around, and then I look down and I see the bottom of 2 boots under my bed. And I'm like,
shut your fucking mouth.
What the fuck?
And I'm like,
is this fit? Tell me right now.
No, this is real. And I'm like, so then I froze and I'm like, okay, that looks like the way they were positioned was like the bottom of somebody's feet, right? But I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe they're my brother's boots. Why would they be under my bed? I don't know. So then I just go, hello? And then the boots move inward and like go underneath the bed completely. And I'm just like, so I'm like, somebody's here to kill me, somebody, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't know what to do. So then I just ran out of my house, ran out of the door, went to my neighbor's house, called the cops, the whole thing. And yeah, and I've still never figured out who that was.
The cops came, didn't figure it out?
No, nobody was
Shut
there.
the
But the
fuck
back door
up.
was open, so they left. But that was like, it doesn't sound that scary, but
No,
in
that's
the moment,
fucking-
it's
that's
worst case
fucked.
scenario. Like when you're looking around your house to make sure there's nothing there, seeing 2 feet and then move is like next level.
Okay, let's find Nick Crumpton. So, you know Nick Crumpton. You and Tessa Brooks, and you guys did a video. You love Nick Crumpton. I was trying to get him on this show to interrupt the show, but he was busy, he had some stuff going on. But then we found out he's in this building.
He's here right now.
Ladies and
my
gentlemen,
God.
Right now, Shane.
Nick Crumpton.
England is my motherfucking city, baby.
Oh my
How are you?
God.
I'm gonna move
My
over. I'm gonna let
Nicky.
you two sit next to each other.
Yes, sit next to
I'm
me,
gonna move
please.
over.
What's up, man? It's the first time we're ever meeting face to
This
face.
is-
Good to
what?
meet you.
Very
It's the first time we're ever meeting.
Yo, how
are
Is
you?
this the first time
Really?
you guys are meeting too?
Yeah. Yep.
What?
A little
Yeah.
bit surreal. Man.
Why? How have you guys not all
Well,
met?
because we've been enemies. He was on the other team.
Yep.
I've met Jake though. I've met Tessa. I've met them all except for you.
Yeah.
Where did you meet them all?
I met Jake in person a couple of times because of.
I know
some-
a few of those.
There's a couple things. I've seen Tessa at a couple parties. Cade used to live with my buddy Mitch, and I don't know. I've just met a few of them.
Yeah, this is really strange. So, you're no longer with the Jake thing. Like, what have you been up to?
Everything I'm doing is still secret.
Okay.
I can't go into it, but being an influencer isn't my job. Like, I accidentally became whatever.
Right.
Whatever I am, Mr. England is my
he's
say.
An
actually a
icon,
fucking
an
icon. He
Yeah,
really
you are.
is.
You are.
a legend.
You've earned that title.
Thank you.
Shane, you love this guy. Yes. He loves you. Like,
Yes.
what happened? Like, how did you guys, like, link up and, like...
We just DM'd each other or something. I wanted to do a video with you and Tessa.
Yes.
Which is...
And I was like, Tessa, we need to go. Because I listened to your podcast. Which, have you done any recently?
Full Screen went out of business, and that's a situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're waiting.
If you need our set.
And just to be
Right?
clear, like, how close these two are, like, I asked Nick Crumpton to do this show, and he said no.
Straight up.
And then I said, like, Shane's here, and he was like, maybe, but I'm working, and I don't know. And now you're here, so...
Yep.
How do you feel about the show? Have you watched it at all?
I
Don't you fucking lie.
watched the first one.
Yeah, didn't you say something about it? or
Yes.
something? Yeah.
I like it. I like the format that you have. I like the set. I didn't think this would be in this building.
It's kind of weird, right?
It is weird.
Are
yeah.
you still up? So are you up in that office on the
No,
6th?
I was just completely randomly here from him.
Okay. Oh,
But
okay.
Team 10,
Has
see,
an office.
I'm out of the loop, right? Like I literally, when I asked you to be in the video, because you and Tessa, because I love you guys,
Yeah.
I didn't know any of the other people, or care really, and that's like not meant to offend. I still don't, I didn't even know you, I knew you left Team 10, but I don't even know what's real, what's drama, what's not. So I'm out of the loop. Team 10 is upstairs though.
I don't think so anymore.
So Nick, just to explain how much out of the loop he is, he actually wasn't sure if the beef between Jake and him was real or like
a joke.
stage content.
You can confirm. It's about as real as it gets.
So it's weird being here right now because my entire time at Team 10 was wondering what I had to fix that you were talking about. Trying to make sure him and Jake didn't kill each other. Like that was my biggest stress for a long time.
Right, I can imagine.
So, being sat with you right now is...
We're not so bad though, are we?
No, I don't think anyone's bad.
No, I know.
Situations just happen and...
Anyone?
A few people.
Wait, so you
know they had some private conversations and somebody got ripped into.
Me and him?
Yeah.
No, I mean, when I met you originally, I hit you with so many questions because I was so fascinated.
That's him, dude. This has been a whole interview. He's been interviewing
We're supposed
us
to
the
interview
whole
him.
time.
He's been interviewing us.
We have not gotten to the bottom of anything, Shane. We have like an hour of content straight up, and we don't know shit. Shane should just take over the fucking show.
I know.
I should just give you the show, dude.
Really?
Now that you're out of Team 10, that's real.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a couple questions that are stupid, but like the house, the Team 10 house, was that? Did you guys actually live there? I don't believe it.
Yeah, we did.
Really? Okay, interesting. Does Jake have real friends
Yeah.
that aren't on camera?
Yes.
Really?
It's just us two now.
Wait, what? Oh, I thought you meant in Jake's life, because I'm not in his life yet, but I want to talk.
But you're going to his...
Because I want to figure out what's going on, or like what is that? I don't want to like fix him or make him look good, or I just want to know. It's fucking fascinating.
Yeah, so Jake, in his house, everything in the house is, like there's nothing being hidden. Like it's our lives and it gets filmed and, well, not anymore, but you're not gonna find anything unusual. You're gonna realize a few things like, oh wow, they live together, really, they do all this together, everything's real, but there's nothing that I think you're gonna find that there's gonna be a huge revelation to the world.
When he turns the camera off though, is he like a depressed kid?
No, he's himself, he does crazy stuff.
Really? Because I had an Uber driver who was your guys' Uber driver, and he told me for no reason.
Oh my God, he sent me pictures of you. It was the
Ew, I knew
weirdest
he
thing.
was doing that. I knew he took a picture of me when he was driving, but I was like, that's kind of
How did
weird.
you have
This is
your
like
Uber driver's
our
number?
show now. He was.
That's
an
why we
Uber-
left, by the way. That wasn't planned or anything. We're just like,
Yeah, we
fuck
did it as
dude.
a
We'll just
joke how he took over the
let you
show.
guys
Were you
go.
listening? We got into it.
No, because I was just thinking to myself, I was like, wait a minute, Nick Crumpton's gonna think that we set him up because we pulled him from a meeting upstairs and then we plant him on with the documentary guy.
And then you're just getting hammered. Don't worry, he did the same shit. The fucking first 2 minutes of this video, he's like, so, what's going on? You're doing this and that.
Why are you
You're-
known as the douchebag of the internet?
I'm curious. Because well, we'll get to that. Like, you're such a sweet person, that, like, and I knew that right off the bat.
Fucking hug, dude. I love Shane.
So I'm like, what's real, what's not? But Jake, that's when I found his mom's channel, that's when everything flipped for me. Because I saw this sad boy whose mom was like exploiting him. And I started crying, and I'm like, there's something here.
Look at us, we're swag. We're swagging out. Oh yeah.
That, I was like, whoa. And then your Uber driver said something in a similar tone of like how like actually miserable they kind of are and have no real friends. All that stuff was very fascinating.
I feel like it's the same for a lot of people.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
It
not
is.
just
hard to have-
specifically Team 10.
It's so hard to have real friends
Yeah.
because everybody wants something from you.
Dude, it's a full-time
So
job
we have to be
try
friends
to keep
with each
yourself
other.
like grounded
Yeah.
and happy. Like it really is. You have to put a lot of effort into it. And I know Jake. Like I know him enough to say like, and I've always given him credit on this. Super hardworking kid. Like he's super focused on this shit.
But he
and
lost
he gets lost
his
in
way.
the fucking sauce. He does.
fucking
he does.
lost his
and
way.
at the end of the day,
That's
he
what
is
I
a
think. I don't know. Am I right?
He
by
is
saying
a
lost
fucking
his
young
way?
kid too. Like he's a young kid, and I don't know, man. I feel like we were just talking about how he probably has a lot of yes men in his life, probably not enough people who say like, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. And I kind of feel like that's maybe who you were for him, and maybe that's why things didn't pan out. I don't know. I'm just speaking on what I know from the. I know just as much as everyone else.
Nick Crumpton probably doesn't even want to say certain things or dive into it, but I'm gonna speak like what I feel. I think what happened is mom and dad, who you think are taking advantage, I think dad started taking advantage and started making some moves and started pushing some right people out that led Jake to his success, and now that's why we're seeing part of the decline.
And guys, this is all speculation. Like we don't know fucking half of what's going on. But
Where do you live now? Because you were living in that house, right?
Yeah, I got my own place in the valley.
So you had to.
Say valley again. Say valley.
Valley.
I love that.
Wait, so you had to like pack up. What was that like moving out of that house? Was everybody just like watching you?
That was an interesting experience. No one knows what happened the day that I left, apart from those guys. But it's like we were all legit a family. Like that's people that say we're just fake friends and all that kind of stuff. It's not true. Like I would have done anything for those people. And the day that I left, I knew it'd be super emotional, and I knew Jake would want me to be out the house. He wouldn't want to see me because I just left. So I arranged for my things to be moved whilst he wasn't in the house, and I was gonna have like a man-to-man conversation, being like, here's why I'm leaving, this is what I'm gonna do, there's nothing against you, nothing against anyone, it's just time for me to move on. And like I expected, he said, okay, well, I don't want you staying here tonight, so, which was lucky because I already had all my stuff out. I went straight to my friend's house, and I was emotional about it. I just left. It's a big thing for me. So I was just dealing with it myself, and then stayed at theirs for a while until I got my place, and yeah.
You've had to treat the people in there right, because when you left, it caused other people to leave, and then me behind the scenes, and I can't name any names because these are private conversations, I've talked to people in the house, and they told me that literally like you leaving was the end of Team 10. So in a way, I feel like you were kind of the glue sticking it all together, and you know.
This is straight up turned into fucking an episode of Nick Crompton. We could probably splice this. We could probably make 2 episodes.
You know, I don't want to take this away from you.
I always make that joke.
Dude, don't worry. It hasn't been about him the whole fucking episode, dude.
Anytime I do a video with somebody, it always, on their channel, it always turns into 2 parts. Like I did one with Jeffree Star yesterday, and like we got kicked out of Walmart, security, all these things were happening, and I'm like, this is 2 parts. And he's like, I've never done that. I'm like, it's this weird curse I bring.
That's dramatic.
Have you not talked to Jake since? Like, personally?
No.
Dating, I'm always very curious about it.
What are your dreams in the space?
Basically, I want to be the Simon Cowell of the digital space.
Are you a virgin?
So inappropriate.
It really is, though, dude.
Have you ever said this out loud before?
I've never said. I don't know why the fuck I just said that right now.
I'm glad you did.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.